So, we know that the girl was warned by her granddad not to go in the woods. But she didn't mean to, she just meant to pick flowers. But then she got lost. Now, do you remember? She was grabbed by the bear. She was put into a sack by the bear. The bear put the sack on his back. And the little girl, she was in the sack and she was bouncing up and down on the bear's back. It was so dark in the sack and it was a smelly, rotten sack. And she said, I should have done what Granddad said. I should have done what Granddad said. The bear ran for many miles into the wood until the bear got to the deepest, darkest middle of the wood. The girl heard a key going in the lock. The girl heard a door open. The bear walked into his house. He got the sack and emptied it on the ground. The girl fell out, looked up at the bear, and the bear said, Right, you are now my slave. What you got to do is you got to clean my house, you got to cook my food, you got to look after me. Now you can't escape, even though I'm going to leave the door unlocked, because you're in the middle of the woods and you'll never find your way out. Now then, when I get home tonight, I want my place clean. Get on with it, you slave. The bear turned and walked out of the door. The girl got up and looked at the bear's house. The bear's house was disgusting. When the girl walked on the floor, her feet stuck to the floor. It was a black floor. The windows were greasy and dirty. The curtains were disgusting. She looked into the bear's sink, and the bear hadn't washed up ever. And all his cups were full of penicillin and horrible things. And she thought, okay, I've got to clean the bear's house. Now, look, if you're going to clean a place, first thing to do, open the windows. Let the bad smell out and the good smell of pine and lavender come in. And then she filled up a bucket, she got a mop, which had never been used, and she began to mop the floor. The bear's floor wasn't black. The bear's floor was yellow and blue tiles. It was just so filthy. It took her 8 buckets of water to clean the bear's floor. And then she did the bear's washing up, and then she cleaned all the tops. And then she used some lemon and she cleaned the windows so they're really sparkling. Then she took the bear's curtains and the bear's sheet from his bed and she boiled them and boiled them and boiled them, and she hung them up outside where the wind and the breezes from the forest infused them with the smell of pine. She went back in and she started to cook the bear's grub. Now, she'd cooked stew for Granddad. She was good at cooking her stew, and she made a big stew bubbling on the pot. She hung up the curtains, she put the sheet back on the bed, and she got some wildflowers and put them in a little pot and waited for the bear to come home. And the whole house began to smell of cleanness and stew, which is the smell of home. Well, that night the bear got back. Right, that little girl, she better have tidied up my ass. She better have done it. She better have done it's nice. Yeah, she got a nice smell and everything. Yeah. Right, the bear put one foot into the house and the girl said, Stop. And the bear said, What? I have just cleaned this place. You are not coming in with those filthy paws. Get out and brush them. What? You heard what I said. What? Wipe my paws? Gosh, yeah, man. I've never had to wipe my paws before. Right, can I come in now? Yes, you can come in. Oh, good, because I'm stop. What? Stop. Look at you. Look at your fur. It's filthy. It's full of dried up porridge and dried up milk. Well, you know, it's useful when I'm in the woods. When I'm hungry, I can eat some things off my fur. You are disgusting. Do you know that? Get outside and wash. What? Get outside and wash. Course, yeah, man. No one's ever told me to wash myself before. And he went outside and there was a big bucket of rainwater and he got in the bucket and he washed himself all over. And then when he got out, he shook himself and his hair stood up and he smoothed it down and he said, "Oh, this is nice. Yeah, nice smooth fur. I like being clean. I like being clean. Can I come in now?" "Yes, you can come in." Good. Because where's that pot of stew? I'm starving. I'm going to put my face in the stew and eat it. Stop. What? You are not putting your face in the stew and eating it. You're going to sit at the table, put a serviette around your neck like an Italian child, and you are going to have some manners. You what? But one look in the little girl's face, and the bear knew he wasn't going to get fed unless he did what she said. He sat down. "Now what do I do?" "Well, put on the serviette." "All right." "Now what do I do?" "Well, here's your stew." Oh, in the bowl. Lovely. Stop. What? You have to use a spoon. A spoon? What's a spoon? Just that thing there. Right. Well, I got the spoon, so what do we do now? Put the spoon in the stew. All right. What do we do now? Pick up some stew. Right. What do we do now? Put the stew in your mouth using the spoon. All right. Yeah, this is going to be great. No, the spoon won't go in my mouth. No, Bear, what you do, you bring the spoon to your mouth, open your mouth and put it in. All right. Well, the bear finished the whole bowl and the girl let him lick the bowl clean. And then the bear said, right, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to my bed now. You got to stay here by the fire, all right? And then the bear got into his bed, into clean sheets for the first time in his life, which is one of the best pleasures in the world. But the girl, she had to stay by the fire. And every day the girl said, can I go home to Granddad now? And the bear said, no, you're my slave. You got to look after me. The girl knew she was never get to Granddad's house until she had a plan. And the first thing she did was put a ladder up to the roof. She climbed the ladder. She got her red coat and put her red coat around the chimney. Then she put the mop inside the red coat, and the mop's head now was the same color as her hair. She went down the ladder. She went to the bear and she said, now, listen, Bear, I know you won't let me go to Granddad's, but I'm going to make some cakes for Granddad. Could you bring Granddad some cakes for me? Yeah, of course I will. Yeah, I'll go to Granddad's house, bring you some cakes. Okay, Bear, but you can't eat any of the cakes. Of course I'm not going to eat any of the cakes. What do you think I am, yeah? No, Bear, I'll be watching you from on top of the roof. Wearing my red coat, I'll be watching you. Yeah, of course I won't eat any of the cakes. But because you've got to go to Granddad's house, you've got to have a little snooze. So the bear went to bed. The girl made 100 cakes, and every cake had a different color icing on. She put all the cakes in the basket that the bear would carry them. But then she took all the cakes out, put 10 in the cupboard. She got into the basket, and she covered herself with all of the cakes. The bear woke up. Oh, right. I suppose I better go to Granddad's house. Now, where's that girl? Oh, she's on the roof, spying on me. Here's the cakes I picked. Oh, it's quite heavy. They've got to be rock cakes or something. He came out and he said, hey, girl, I'm going to Granddad's house. He was looking up at the red coat. All right, I'm going to Granddad's now. The girl in the basket said, all right, remember, don't eat any of the cakes. Of course I'm not going to eat any of the cakes. What do you think I am, yeah? Gosh, yeah, man, you got to trust me. He turned. He began to walk to Granddad's house. And as he did so, the smell of the cakes came up. The smell went into his nostrils, and he thought, oh no, I've got to eat one cake, just one cake, just one cake. He looked through the trees. I can see a red coat, but I don't think she can see me. Right, well, just one cake, that's it. I'm going to have that cake. Yeah, that. No, not that cake. That cake, yeah, I'm going to have that. No, not that one. That cake, yeah, I'll have that. Look, I'm going to have that cake, but that cake as well. And it was only two. I'll have that cake as well. I don't like odd numbers. I don't like them. So I'm going to have 4. That's right, 4. Oh, yeah. I'm going to throw these up in the air and swallow them. 1, 2, 3. The girl in the basket said, I can see you. What? Oh gosh. Listen, girl, I'm not eating the cakes. No. I'm just smelling them. That's all. I'm just smelling them. Gosh, that girl's got good eyes. He picked up the cakes, he put the basket, and he ran. And he ran and ran and ran till he got to the edge of the wood. And he said, right, that girl, she can't see me because I can't see her. I can't see her red coat. That means I'm going to eat some cakes. I'm going to eat you and you and you and you. And you. That's all. And you and you. But that's all. I don't, and you. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all the cakes, I'm going to crush them down. So now they're like a cake burger. Now, oh yeah. Oh, sorry, boys. I'm going to eat you now. The girl in the basket said, I can see you. What? He looked around. No, I'm not eating the cakes. I'm just having a look at them. My goodness, that girl's got good eyes. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give these cakes to Grandad. I'm going to make that girl make me as many cakes as I want when I get home. So he took the basket to Grandad's house. He put it down. He knocked on Grandad's door. What I'm going to do when the Grandad comes out, I'm going to scare him. I'm going to go, But before Grandad opened the door, a dog in a nearby farm began to bark. And bears don't like barking dogs. The bears were all going to get away. And he started running back to the forest. The door opened. Is that my girl? Said Grandad. Where's my girl? Where's my little... Oh, a basket of cakes. It's the kind of cakes the girl used to make. Maybe she brought the cakes for me. Oh, it's a bit heavy. Might be rock cakes. And he put the basket on the table. My girl, I miss her too much. He brought the cakes out of the basket. I miss her so much. And then the girl leapt out and said, Grandad! Oh, girl, you're back! Oh, my girl, I've missed you. Oh, Grandad, I promise I'll never go to the woods again. But what about the bear? The bear came back from Grandad's house. He looked up at the roof to the red coat. I've done it! I've brought the cakes to Grandad. I said I bought the cakes to Grandad. What? You're not going to say thank you? It's polite to say thank you, you know. Gosh, you've got no manners. Do you want me to come up there? Do you? Right, I'm going to come up there to you, girl. And he picked up the ladder, he came up. Right, girl. He balanced across the roof. Right. And he grabbed the coat and pulled it. And when he did, the mop fell down and the coat fell empty in his hands. And he realized, she's escaped. The girl's escaped. He started to cry. Who's going to look after me now? Who's going to do it? Who's going to tell me to wash? Who's going to tell me to clean my house? Who's going to cook my food? I don't know how to cook. He sat down, and when he did, the cupboard door opened. And inside he saw the 10 cakes. And he said, oh, she left me 10 cakes. That means she loved me really. And that is the end of the story.